This is what the cheapest livable share house I could find in Tokyo looks like. I lived in this share house for 4 months and I will be talking about what it was like, how much it cost, and most importantly, was it worth it? Okay, let's start from the beginning. This share house is located in a quiet Tokyo neighborhood with the main features of being a 10-minute walk to my language school and a 10-minute walk to my favorite touristy area. I love how the locals put out so many plants to the sidewalks, making the concrete streets of Tokyo a bit greener and nice to look at. Although it's so close to some of the busiest areas of Tokyo, the main residents are locals and there are many schools and families in the area. It was quite a calm experience living here, and to be honest, that's exactly what I was looking for. As you come in, the first thing you see is the entranceway, the Genkan area. This is also where the recycling bins are for plastic bottles, glass bins, and cans. This is where usually in the Japanese house you would take off your shoes, so there is a shoe closet for you to put away your shoes. The first floor is where we check our mail. There is a shower and a restroom. The second floor mainly has rooms and a washing machine. The third floor is where the main shared area is at, with a kitchen, a shower and a restroom, and another washing machine. On the fourth floor, there is an area for you to hang your laundry and some more recycling bins. And behind this door is the dorm and my room, which is actually why I had to keep my shoes on up until this point. Wait, but I didn't explain anything, did I? I'm sorry. Let's go back for a sec. I promise we'll come back to this room later. So as I said, the third floor is where the kitchen is at, and it has its own little genkan. This is the room where I spent most of my time at. Since I don't have a desk in my room, this is where I would study, do my homework, or any other computer-related work. This is actually the only shared space in the whole share house, so it was a great way to meet new people. Since I was always hanging out in the kitchen studying, whenever anybody came to cook or eat, I would get the chance to speak to them, if they were in the mood, of course.
If you're living on a budget, you would want to have a comfortable place to cook in. This place has quite a spacious kitchen in Japanese standards, even though it is pretty old, but it has everything you need. And the good point is that you don't have to buy all the appliances. You already have everything you might need for cooking.
The kitchen had an induction stove, which I can't say is my favorite, but it was fine. Right next to the kitchen, there is a door that leads to a balcony where every one of the residents of the house can hang their laundry. There's also a burnable trash can outside. I'm not sure why they put it outside, but I'm guessing because of the smell. And to be honest, I just don't see where they would have put it inside. On the opposite side, there is this cabinet where every one of the residents had their own basket, where we could basically store some dry foods or any condiments that we wanted to use in the kitchen. There are 2 rice cookers, a microwave, a toaster oven. So basically everything a student needs to survive in the city. Except, I don't know if you know this, but there is no fridge in the kitchen, and we'll get to that later. This is the shower room. The washing machine is right inside it. This was my first time using a water heating system that is based on gas, having hot water whenever I need. Life-changing. However, even in the spring, it was quite cold in there because there was only one way to ventilate, and that's the window. I can't imagine what it's like in winter. The washing machine, though, that surprised me. Apparently, most standard washing machines in Japan don't really use hot water. It took me a while to figure out how to wash my clothes without any hot water. Some of the newer washing machines, though, have that option for hot water, so that's definitely good news. Next to the shower room, we have some sink area and a restroom to the right. It's not one of the fancy ones, but it does the job. Okay. Now that we're done with the third floor, since the first and the second floors are mainly rooms and there's nothing really to show there, we are now ready to go to the fourth floor and see the dorm and my room. As I promised, let's go. So first we have the Genkan area. Yes, there's another Genkan area, another entranceway to the fourth floor. This is where I would take my shoes and put them away in the little shoe closet next to the door. As we come in, there is a door on the right, quite a tight squeeze, but this is the restroom. It's not big, but it's good. Can't say it's new, but it works. We have the sink space. And you come out to the shared space where we have this place for suitcases, 2 fridges. We have some lockers over here and some more storage on both sides. There's a mirror and a place to do your makeup, and each room has this little shelf. These lockers have a key too. There's 2 rooms, that's my room, and the other room has 4 beds in it. So yeah, I'm in the middle of packing right now. That's basically the closet. I found this quite a lot of space for one person. You have these drawers too, which are pretty spacious. There's also a remote for the light. Very convenient. Okay, so what's it really like, you ask? The good thing about this place is that it's girls' dorms, so it's pretty spacious. I even have 2 fridges that I don't need. I only use one, of course, this one. I sleep here and there's nobody else in the dorm, so I basically have the whole dorm to myself. The hard part about living in the share house is that the dorm is on the 4th floor and the kitchen is on the 3rd floor, so now I have to take all the things for lunch and carry them downstairs, and there's only so much I can carry at once. I think the hardest thing for me about living in a shared house is the little things that you don't think about before. An obvious thing is privacy that you have to give up when you move into a share house, but you don't really think as far as like how hard it can get to take showers when you have to take everything you need at one go. I'm about to do some laundry and take a shower, and I have to take everything with me, clothes, towel, downstairs. I also have to pass outside. I would definitely say that cooking and taking a shower are the things that most surprised me. I don't mind sharing places with people, but the hard part is it's on a different floor. What I do love about the share house though is you get to meet people. I heard that making Japanese friends is not an easy task when you just move into Japan, and even when you've lived here a few years. Let's talk details. The share house is not that big. It's not one of those 100-room share houses or like 50 rooms. 50 rooms is a very big share house. This place only has about 15 rooms, I think. 15 beds, to be exact. The dorm has 6 beds, which is quite big. There are 4 floors. I'm actually in a dorm
So I'm basically paying the lowest rent I've ever seen in Tokyo. My bed is 36,000 yen a month. That's an amazing price, but the reason it's amazing is because I'm alone in the dorms. So I basically get this whole apartment to myself. I have my own fridge, my own bathroom. I just don't have my own kitchen and shower, which is really not that bad.
So, who is it for?
If you want to stay flexible, if you want to be able to move around and not have to buy too many things when you move.
If you're on a budget. I was on a budget and I wasn't looking to put too much towards my rent. I wanted to experience the city life and being in a central place. I wasn't looking for the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, but I still wanted to be close enough to it while still having the balance of being able to have my quiet whenever I wanted to. And I was definitely looking for the local experience. So, what do you say? Would you do it? Would you live in a share house like this? In Tokyo, not a lot of people are talking about dorms as a housing option, and probably for a good reason, but if you are up for the dorm life, it could be a very budget friendly option to experience the big city life. So it might be helpful for some people to know that this option exists. It was pretty hard to find a female dorm though. Most of the dorms were male dorms. I actually had my eye on a different dorm in a different share house, but since the borders opening kept postponing, I ended up choosing this one in a short notice, and I gotta say, it was for the better because this share house was closer to my school and I was able to walk every day to school instead of taking the train. I was definitely jealous of all my classmates who were able to take the cool Japanese trains to school every day, but don't worry, I ended up riding the trains quite a lot since then.